Yes, people, it is me, your tribal chief, Mr. 3004, Mike Knox. And indeed, I spell name with three X's because only Mike Knox of UPRE can come on here and talk love. Best relationships, best couples, top five. No Booker T involved. Top five couples of all time in television, people. Oh, get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Here we are. UPRE. We'll be right back. And I am here live with Captain Shakespeare. Haven't seen you in a while, girl. One Tree Hill. Where they gonna rank? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine and always down there at the bottom, but he's still always on top. My man, Victor Moan Jr. What's going on, sir?
Chilling, fam. Chilling. Ready to talk some TV couples. Excited about this show.
Well, y'all know the executive consultant always throws some kind of task on us, right? What's the next top five? What's the next top five? I just put it out. Top five romantic relationships on TV. He said, well, I ain't doing that one. Yeah, I get somebody to find a couple for that one. I said, fine. I do it. I have no problem with doing it. You know why? Because I'm a hopeless romantic. My favorite love story of all time is The Notebook. Don't come at me, bro, unless I call for you. Okay? So I decided
that's a sleeper movie.
To come. You hear that? You know a love story when you are watching Saved by the Bell on a Saturday in 1993.
Oh, wow.
And you hear Michael Bolton. How am I supposed to live without you? Where were Zach and Kelly ranking this list? Where would any of will Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz make this list? You know, like well, Peg, Al Bundy and Peg make this list. Who was on this? How I Met Your Mother. You see behind me, I had so many couples that I love. I had to make an honorable mention background. So I'm going to start with the lady in the room because let's be real here. She's the captain. Number 5, Captain. What is your number 5 top 5 TV couples of all time?
We're going by 5. Okay, so we're going from the lowest up. Okay. This is scary. This is hard. Okay. So what I'm gonna say is Piper and Leo from Charmed. I think that they are just like the best, one of the best couples, legit. They're so like adorable, and they've been about each other since the very freaking beginning. I'm so sorry. I messed up like in the first season. I said one thing. Okay, I just think that they're so amazing because from the very beginning that they laid eyes on each other, they were about each other, and I think they were one of the longest running couples in like TV history as well, like a very long time. They didn't have a lot of friction. Well, they had a little bit, but not enough to shake them. And I thought they were just they're just couple goals. Okay, they're couple goals. It's an angel and a witch. Look at them, they're so beautiful.
Number 5 from Charmed, the original Charmed. I tried to watch the new one. It was all right, but you can't replace Alyssa Milano. My first TV crush, by the way, Sam Malone. Victor Moan Jr. Number 5. What do you got?
Tony and Angela. Who's the boss?
I just brought up Alyssa Milano, Sam Malone, and he brings up the father. I didn't know this, by the way. Okay.
I mean, like the whole show was literally centered around, you know, him being from Brooklyn, trying to survive as a single father with his daughter, and then just, you know, moving into the house of a woman that's like affluent, and all of a sudden it's just this whole love story. And mind you, like the theme song, I got it in my phone. I listen to it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of my favorite things. But I really did like the show. You know, this was back in Tony Danza's heyday. Who's the boss? Mind you, just Tony and Angela, just that whole thing, the way that, just the way that it came apart. And mind you, Mona, Everybody loves Mona. Mona's the original MILF. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody loves Mona.
I know Blanche was up there right before a little bit.
Well, you know what though? I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Blanche is the original floozy,
Blanche
promiscuous
Devereaux.
woman, shall I say, to be polite, on television.
What?
Mona lets you know that a woman can do whatever a man can do, and it don't make her. You know, they just have terms for women which are unfair, by the way. Okay, call a man a hoe, and he's like, yeah, no, you're nasty. Put a condom on. You can get somebody sick with that stuff. But I love your first two right there. We got Piper and Leo. And I mean, I'm a Leo. I made my birthday's, August 6th,
Hey, nice.
We got Who's the Boss? Two shows I really love here. Not gonna lie to you. Okay. Can't lie. I love this show. I watch too much TV. They were not on my list, though. They were not on my list. And this one for me is a little personal because this couple right here. And the 21st century, I almost said 22nd century. I've been drinking my birthday week. Okay. In a world where homophobia, where I come from, my generation, is very rampant. This couple made me less homophobic and opened up my mind to love is love. God is love. And so is this couple. My number 5th couple.
What the hell? Mitchell did that?
Yes, Mitchell did it. Who's the bitch now, bitches?
Honey, it looks beautiful.
Well, yeah, because when you two were inside enjoying a little tea party, I was out here getting stuff done.
I'm sorry, we shouldn't have underestimated you.
You know he's stuck in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, kid, Cam and I are gonna go
I can watch Modern Family every single day. Cam and Mitch. And shout out to Cam, who's in High School Musical, the musical, season 3, episode 2, just aired today, but we're recording this video. So my number 5, Cam and Mitchell from Modern Family. You see, look at Modern Mitchell in the background. What you know about that? That's Luke and Laura. Okay? The 80s. You were not big on TV if you didn't have, if you made the news, you were a big couple. But I couldn't make my list because it's my top 5, not the all-time top 5, but my top 5. Captain Shay, what you got number 4, my lady?
Okay, so my number 4, it was very hard for me to come to this decision. I had to knock out another couple to give this to Clanna. Aww. Clark and Lana, an amazing couple that was done so dirty in Smallville. The kryptonite end was disgusting, and I will never forgive them. Them making her date Lex was disgusting, sick. And
I called her Slut Lana after that. I hated her for years because of that moment.
I'm so mad about that. It was so unnecessary, and I feel like it ruined her character because it just didn't even make sense for her to be with someone like Lex from everything that we found out about her from the beginning. Her and Clark were meant to be together. The way that they looked at each other, the way that they spoke to each other, like the actors, if they would have dated in real life, I would have been like, it makes sense because that's how intense the chemistry was between them, which made Lois just not.
Well, you know what I like about that? The true love of Clark is Lana, although the one he falls in love with, and that's the story that's wrote about, is Lois. But it's because Lana, if you follow the history of Superman, just didn't pan out. And I love how Smallville made it where they couldn't be together. And like you're saying, the kryptonite that they put inside of her, they couldn't come close to each other without him dying. And to me, that was brilliant booking in the wrestling world for a storyline to get them two separated. I love that pick with Lois and Lana, by the way. Although I did for years, I called her Slut Lana for years, Captain. I did. You know me and my TV fetishes. If I hate you, I'm sorry. I did. I called her Slut Lana for years. Victor Mon Jr., what you got number 4?
Well, all right. Number 4 for me is Miles and Daphne and Frasier.
Wow. Okay.
Because
over Frasier and Diane. Okay.
Yeah, over Frasier and Diane because it took a lot longer. The outcome was better. The work that he had to put in, and mind you, the amount of hiding that he had to do, and then when he finally just revealed himself, and then it turned out to be just this great love story. A lot of people could resonate with that, especially guys that are like scared to talk to girls. So like that whole thing, that whole story was great. And mind you, the show was a continuance about Frasier but you know they really dive deep into all of the other characters. Like I love the father. It was one of the smartest shows on TV. And that it definitely was.
And
'Cause
that time too.
It definitely piqued my brain in that way. But then just the story, the love story behind it, and just seeing like Niles being this brilliant genius guy and just stumble all over himself over the woman that he loves. So yeah, it was great. It was great.
Well, this is where I start to cheat. Okay, because I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm sorry. I am a Leo. I'm a dominant Leo. I'm a love kind of guy. So for me, at number 4.1, their movie chemistry was great, but when they made it to TV, oh, Coach and Tammy Taylor.
My day.
Sweetheart, would you take your hat off the table, please? You look so cute.
Hey, what are you doing down there?
Cleaning up some beer.
When you get done, would you help me try to host up here?
Well, no, actually, I think I'm gonna stay down here for a little while. I know that man's got a fine jawline. He's just.
Well, I'm sorry you're upset.
Well,
Friday Night Lights, 5 seasons, amazing chemistry, and spoiler alert, at the end, what a man's supposed to do when a wife has followed you for so many years in your career as a high school coach to a college coach to a back to a high school coach, she gets her dream job, he followed her. And that's how the show ends. Spoiler alert. But that's 4.1. Because at number 4, and I listen, Black Delegate America, the culture, who refuses to watch Blackish, shame on you.
I'm Dre.
Rainbow. Thank God. Oh, thank God. Bam! Oh, thank God.
Kiss your bride.
I love what I have with you.
Works for me.
Pregnant.
They had their 5th child, Devontae Johnson, Andre Johnson, and Rainbow Johnson. Listen, Black America has to understand everybody's not the Cosbys, but everybody's not broke either. And you can be in Black America and still be as culture as can be and be in a white community. And I thought Blackish delivered on so many aspects of that, so many positive episodes. Not many shows I watch in front of my children and say, hey, sit down and watch this show because it's that good of a family show. People forget family television still exists, and Black is one of them for 8 seasons. I love that show. Number 3, Captain. What you got? Because I got what you want.
This is going to be really hard for me. I was separating it by shows, and I think the very last minute, J-Pril is going to kick Murder out of the way. I love J-Pril. I'm sorry. I just recently rewatched a specific set of episodes from Grey's Anatomy, and Jackson and April, they won me over. I'm like, you know what? This couple is so underrated, but also overrated, but also middle rated. It's all around. But just like, I feel like April had what I feel like Jackson was always missing. He was always so uptight, coming from a rich family, and I feel like April was so like had no control, so out there, and it would always leave Jackson so perplexed, and he was never always the person to be perplexed. And I think that just made them work so much together. And just because they ended up, together in the end. Talk about the wedding scene where he stands up and says, I object, and tells her that he loves her. And then she goes and runs off with him. Poor Matthew. I'm sorry. But yay, Jackson and April. I love them. That's my 3.
Listen, I watch a lot of freaking television. I love Jackson and April. I understand where you went with them. You said you throw me off because you do the name combos. That one's never click with me. I'm dyslexic, so that stuff don't work with me. Right? They'll be like, who are they talking about? But I get it now. I love Jackson and April. Just a show that's run its course and should have probably been on TV about maybe 3-4 years ago. But it's still running today. They still got another season coming back. But hopefully they get smart like Flash got smart and they're gonna have a shortened 9th season, and that's out of here. Number 3, what you got? Top 5 love couples of all time.
This one was tough. because I was gonna put them in my honorable mention, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I learned a lot from these two, so I'm gonna cheat and put two couples because
That's all I do.
it's from the same show,
Okay. Ooh,
right? So
same show.
now
I'm curious now.
during the reality TV era, my guilty pleasures was Storage Wars.
Story. I have no idea who this is, man.
And Storage Wars,
I
there's this
like
couple
this.
named I wish I had pictures. There's this couple named Brandy and Jared Schultz that no, I'm yeah, Brandy and Jared Schultz, and they were a young couple, and they were running around buying storage units and competing with other people. But what I liked about it was just that they were a team trying to build a business together. And then the other couple was Dan and Laura Dotson. So Dan is like this southern guy, and he's the southern auctioneer that knows how to do that talk, like I got rid of it, and I just like watching him talk. And then his wife just comes there. Don't forget to pay the lady, folks. And they're just cute together. I'm not gonna lie, like you see them walking, holding hands and everything. The guy's been in business for 35 years, and he has his wife there, and she's there learning the business, and she's there bickering. I want to do an auction today. All right, honey, no problem. You know what I mean? It's just like I look at them as goals. You know what I mean? Like I got my girl with me. She's working in my hustle with me, and we're doing this together. And blah. Like that's one of the things that I just appreciated it about. And mind you, we all know the reality TV is like wrestling, but um, but
Not at
still,
first. Don't tell Heather B that.
word. I mean, the original series of the real world, but still, like I just there was just a lot of things about it that I appreciated with those couples in that show. And that was my guilty pleasure for a long time. And mind you, I learned a lot from those shows. I'm down to buy some storage units if I win a lotto. Straight up.
That.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna knock anything. All right, because I watch Siesta Keys, and even Captain don't watch that. Okay, so I watch some crazy stuff, but I just find it weird. Here's my Chris executive consultant moment. Of all the TV couples, you chose a reality TV couple, but that's your top five,
you know
not
what?
my top five.
And
So.
I'll tell you one thing, because as you watch throughout the seasons,
Yeah,
they grow.
If you see what you're seeing, yeah, I haven't seen it, so I can't.
They grow as a team, so that's pretty much why I'm saying that. Because the thing is just that you see them grow. I mean, with the next two that I got, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna set the mood.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell.
Oh, of course. I didn't pick that because I knew somebody's gonna pick it.
You knew I was gonna pick it.
Word up, like.
Michael Bolton sung the song because it was the saddest breakup in television history. Damn, Kelly, how am I supposed to live without you? Number 3 for your boy, because I'm your hopeless romantic, spelled with 3 X's because I'm hardcore. Give me Zachy.
Zach and Kelly, two people destined for each other.
What's up? We're back. And I've watched all those episodes, but I ain't done there because I told you I'm a cheat. Okay, you ain't gonna have me break this down in the top 5 out of all the women and love I love because I love on television. Number 3, Boy Meets, or shall I say, The Wonder Years meets Boy Meets.
Once upon a time, there was a girl I knew who lived across the street. Brown hair, brown eyes. When she smiled, I smiled.
300 miles to be rejected and look like a fool. So if life doesn't want me and Topanga together, then you can't fight life, can you?
Corey.
I'm in the streets thugging and banging, and I was like this on a Friday night. Woo!
I mean, you know what though? I remember that she really had everybody just by the. You know what I mean? She really did. Like she really pulled like a Vince McMahon on us. Like you know what I mean? Like when they want to roll the carrot in front of you, like that. Man, that got me tight. But then you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When they pulled the trigger and he opened that door, I stood up. I remember that. I stood up. I popped. What? I popped like I was an MSG. That was great.
I just couldn't think again, it's hard. Again, I'm gonna say it 18 times. He can make a clip of this if he wants to. I just love love. I just really do. I've 24 years, 18 this September. I've been married. My wife's favorite love story of all time is Natural Born Killers. Mine's The Notebook. Go figure. Okay. But I love a girl. And it was hard to narrow down to TV as opposed to like movies. Because she was like, well, cable this, cable that. I'm like, no, we said TV. So to me, TV is not cable TV. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of cable, but this is like classic television, what you've watched in your area. And I've watched a lot of TV. But this is where we're going to take a break at. We're going to come back, give you our honorable mentions. Then number 2. And number 1. And then we'll be right back here on Unpopular Review. We got a lot of shows coming up in the woodworks.
You heard Rocky Balboa applied for a license. You want me to fight a guy that I can beat with both hands tied behind my back?
I think there's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
In here. I think I want to, like, fight. You know, nothing big, small stuff, like locally.
What are you trying to prove, Pop?
I thought you might want to get involved.
Don't you think you're too, old?
I think your brain's losing altitude.
Yeah, but I ain't interested in getting, like, mangled and embarrassed.
People are gonna think you're going crazy.
What's crazy about standing toe-to-toe saying, I am?
If this is something that you gotta do, then you do it. Fighters fight.
It's over. Ain't nothing over till it's over.
Where's that from? The 80s?
That's probably in the 70s.
Now, who is in the suit? That's what I want to know. Who is in the suit? Is it Sherry?
Is it someone else?
I don't know.
Beach Boys. Oh, hell no. Don't you ever touch a black man's radio, boy. Yeah.
They're two cops with nothing in common.
Do it again. Like this.
Except the case.
Hello, you have one more chance.
They can't walk away from.
Agent Carter is very passionate about finding your daughter.
Please tell me you speak English. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
We are back. All right. Unpopular Review. Honorable mentions, Captain. Okay. Honorable mentions. This is where those who did not make the list. Who were they?
Okay, how many do I get? Do I have like a
Go. It's honorable mentions.
Okay, so honorable mentions. Dan and Blair from Gossip Girl. Way less toxic than Chuck and Blair. Way cuter. I love a good from hate to love type of relationship. Those are always cute. They feel more genuine. Cook and Effie from Skins. I don't care what anyone says. Throw Freddie out the window. Cook and Effie, they were cute. Angel and Cordelia from Angel.
Oh, I'm thinking you're going Angel and Buffy. Oh.
Never. Actually, the next one is Spuffy. Spike and Buffy supremacy.
I love Spike and Buffy together more than Angel. I hated Angel, though. I just hated Angel.
I feel like Angel and Cordelia were a better vibe, to be honest. And my last one, Veronica and Logan from Veronica Mars. Okay. R.I.P. to you, Logan. All right, I'm done.
Vic, you got any honorable mentions?
All right, I got 2. I got one from an old show and one from a recent show. Ross and Rachel from Friends. Ooh. You know what I mean? Because
we're on a break.
Oh man, that's been going on forever. I love that. I think that's great. And from a recent show, Angel and Poppy from Pose. Nah, that's a show.
Where?
Pose. You seen that show?
Pose. I know what you're talking about. I have not. That's a newer show.
Yeah, it is.
Pose I have not watched Pose because I have not opened myself up to that yet. Enough to me to watch Pose. But I know what you're talking about.
I mean, this is literally about the era of AIDS.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is. Yes, sir.
The whole era of AIDS and like coming from the perspective of the trans community. Incredible show. I'll just say this. Elektra, man, that woman is amazing. And when you see, just look up Elektra Reads. That's all you gotta do. Just Google Elektra Reads. Oh man, these people when they read people, oh my God, it's insane. This fucking show. You know what I mean? And mind you, at first, when I first started watching the show, because I'm not part of the community, so like I thought it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be weird, but no, it's heartbreaking, it's informative, and this couple in this show, it's true love, man. Because the thing is, it's just one of them is gay, one of them is trans, and then one of them is feeling insecure because how's you gonna love me, and then they end up having this big ass wedding and all this. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a good show. But this couple, like if they watch the show, anybody that watched that show
Yeah.
will know what I'm talking about. And now I go to Ross and Rachel. Ross and Rachel is just a classic couple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just a classic couple. You go to the little friends thing in Midtown. They even have T-shirts that say we were on a break. Like it got.
I need you to bring one of those to Orlando. I'll give my short size when we get out of here.
Nice.
Real fast, my honorable mentions. I gotta be extra, y'all. So stay tuned.
Have your new assistant call my assistant. Actually, just talk to me because I haven't paid for it.
Too, you're welcome to smoke.
Yeah, right, and get my face bashed in.
No, we mean it. Why don't you go ahead and light one up right now? Go on, take one.
The media wedding of all time, Luke and Laura, actor Tony Geary and actress Jeannie Francis, having survived terror and plots, tying the knot in one of the most popular soap operas of all time.
Sam, I tell you, go for it. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm...
Dream of thought I never realized.
Of the galaxy.
Smallville. The only planet you know about is the one that you read at the breakfast table.
I guess we'll just have to see how things, fortunately.
Todd, why'd you let me sleep like that?
Because you were tired.
Oh my God, no! What about our kids?
You still got it, old head. You know you still the only man I've ever been with.
Well, I've been with a whole lot of women, Cookie.
Hey, Brooke. Got something for you.
I know you do, gorgeous.
It's that book I was telling you about. Thought you might want to check it out.
Oh, I definitely want to check it out. I suppose I could read the book, too. But what are you going to do?
I could not do my list, but I give my honorable mentions and why. Okay. How can you not have Joni Love Chachi? That man chased her since he was a little kid. That he grew up like guys do. He spurted up over 1 year. Charles in Charge, y'all know him better as, sprouted up, and all of a sudden Joni loved Chachi and had to make a TV show out of it. Lois and Clark speaks for themselves to close the story of Superman. All right, we got what about Roseanne and Dan? I get where Roseanne has come from, but to me, they were one of the most real couples on television back in the day, being that family who had no money and didn't whoop their kids when their kids got in trouble. I loved it. Luke and Laura, I mean, I grew up in the 80s with my grandmother watching TV. They were the biggest thing ever. They had a love song made about them, Luke and Laura. Brooke and Lucas, if y'all follow any One Tree Hill show with myself and Captain that we've done, I understand that Peyton is his true love, but I just love him and Brooke better together. Sam and Diane from Cheers and Cookie and Lucius, the most toxic love I had ever seen in my entire life on TV. And with it being my birthday week, if you got your drinks, drink up to that. I'll drink to that in my honorable mentions. What you got number 2, Shay?
Number 2, I have my favorite Vampire Diaries couple, Damon and Elena.
How did I forget Damon and Elena?
I love them so much. Their love, honestly, for me, I just love where they came from. Again, I said earlier, I love a hate to love type of, relationship. And I feel like they came over so many hurdles. And I feel like he just loved her to the point where it was like nothing. He was nothing without her. And I feel like towards the end, it was the same for her. It took her a while to get there, but they just were so, oh my God, that type of love where it feels like you're just drawn to it. That's what Damon and Lena was. And I just think they're one of the best couples ever. Way better than Stelena. Way better.
Oh, way better. I hated Stefan's forehead. Stefan's better with Caroline. Okay, that's what it was. But I also love Caroline with Klaus. So I'm just saying, I love Klaus, and that's one of my favorite TV shows. But again, I digress. Vic, number 2 for you on your list. What you got? Because your list is really different. I like it.
Number 2 is
Martin. You got stuff I couldn't even Google because
it's Martin and
I knew someone was going. My wife asked me what I'm going to do. Martin and Gina. Go ahead. I'm going to hear this one. Go ahead.
No, I mean, it was just a roller coaster, Martin and Gina, because you got 3 years of just heavy fun, and then a little bit of drama, and then a little bit of wondering back and forth what's going to happen, and then all of a sudden they getting married. You know what I mean? Like, and it was such a fun couple. You know what I'm saying? Like more, and like it's just everything that they would just do together. It was just so hilarious. It just felt great. That felt like goals. Like you want to be with somebody that you can just enjoy life with, and that was definitely depicted in that whole situation. And mind you, the other thing that I liked about it is that you're not always gonna like her friends. You're not always gonna like her friends. Like, yo, Martin and Pam. Oh my god, yo,
all time favorite TV go at it, in my opinion. Yo, along with Aunt Esther and Fred Sanford. Absolutely.
Yo, and Pam looked better than Gina, but he would get on Pam how hard and make you feel that she was this beastly character. Like, oh my god, yo.
Called her B to B. Called her B to B.
He made you feel like she looked like Shanae. So like,
wow. This was him. You know what? I couldn't pick Gina. When I thought about it, I couldn't pick Gina and Martin to be on my list because I felt like they were already established coming on to. We didn't see their love story. You know what I mean? Good couple, but I like the story of the arc in them. And I couldn't find the arc in them. But you know who I did find the arc in? I'll tell you who I found the arc in, because at my number 2, arguably next to me getting married, the greatest vows of all time. And Vic, you're getting married soon. And I'm Corey Captain. You'll be married if you are one day. A man's vows will be better than yours.
When was it that we fell in love? When we were 18, 16, maybe 10. I don't know, because the truth is, I can't picture a time when I wasn't in love with you.
Woo! Wow. I can't picture. I remember watching this. No bull. Watching this. And it was the first time I actually cried at TV. I'm not even lying to you. Right here on Unpopular Review, Mike Knox shed a tear watching. Because if you watch Beverly Hills 90210, and I was forced to watch it, okay? Their love, she didn't want him again. She didn't want him. Okay, and he fought for her, and they went through so many trials, and her being a virgin, and him being famous and making it, and still waiting, and just the whole arc of their relationship. Top 10 in my book of all freaking time, and those vows. That's what I would never forget, to be truthful told with you. And I remember when I got married, true story, backstage, going to the church. My best man Phil took me. He said, "Let me see your vows." Took my vows and literally threw them out the window on 95. I had wrote them things for like 3 days. He threw them out the window. He said, "When you see her, you say what comes to your mind." And a little angel David came in my spirit and spoke those beautiful words.
When was it that we fell in love? When we were 18, 16, maybe 10.
Damn!
I don't know, because the truth is, I can't picture a time when I wasn't in love with you.
Oh, hell yeah. Captain Shay, now you want to go watch Beverly 90210. I know you do. You want to rewatch it for that relationship. What you got number 1? I already know you're number 1. So I should have had a picture for you already. Just go ahead and say it.
All right. Well, my number 1 is Lucas and Peyton Layton. My loves, my parents, legit my parents. I love them so much. The one thing that Lucas said, like Lucas would always say the right thing to Peyton that literally was exactly what she needed to hear in that exact moment. Like they were just like they're soulmates. They were meant for each other. It's like soul ties. Like I feel like I know it's crazy because they're written characters, but I feel like they belong to each other in every universe. Like I hate to take anything from Doctor Strange, but that's how I felt about them. Yeah, so I'm obsessed with them. And the one thing Lucas said was, "Your art matters." It's what got me here, and I just found that so beautiful because it's basically saying your talent, what you have, what you bring to this earth, it matters and it carries, and that's just the most beautiful thing you can say to anyone. I love this couple; they're amazing. That's my number one.
She knows the relationship. I cannot deny it. It's always been Lucas and Peyton from day one. If you follow anything that has to do with any Twilight thing, you may like Jacob all you want to, but from Jump Street, she told him it was about what's his freaking name? You get what I'm saying? Edward. So from day one, it was about Comet, and I may love Brooke and Lucas more, but Lucas and Peyton, I will not come against that at all, Captain. Vic, what's your number one?
Well, I got
Number
two
one,
because
number
I got
one.
two. I got two. You know why?
Okay, I love it. I got
Because
10. So it's okay.
because here's the thing. Here's the reason. Here's why I say this. Because I don't know if this is gonna count, but Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth.
Hey, come on. That's TV. That's
You know what I
TV.
mean?
I like that.
Because
I'm gonna find something for that.
Now my other one was George and Wheezy and the Jeffersons.
Really?
Yeah. Why is that? Because here's the thing. You notice how at that time she was regular. She was just a regular woman. She wasn't this beauty queen. She wasn't just overly fine. She wasn't, you know what I mean? Like they didn't pick her for her beauty.
No, they didn't.
So
to this day,
what would they show?
I call everything in my house, no lie, my remote control, my car, everything. Ask my woman is named Miss Elizabeth.
That's hilarious.
No, I'm not even. I couldn't even lie to you. My car is named Miss Elizabeth. My remote controls are named Miss Elizabeth.
I mean, and the reason why I say that, and mind you, I think all of us can appreciate this as wrestling fans as well. I don't think there's ever been another love story in wrestling that hit so hard as much as Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. Like,
will you marry me?
I mean, yeah, they had weddings and all of that, but it's just that moment when she came in and saved her man and the big pop and all of that, and then when he proposed, oh yeah, oh man, people were crying because just the buildup of what happened with everything, with Hulk Hogan and the years of all of the drama, and then all of a sudden, bam, this happened. So, yeah, man, that whole thing was incredible. And the thing with the Jeffersons was just that show, like that was my father was the one who put me onto that show. My father, when he first came here, in the 70s, he was watching that show, and you know it. Mind you, everybody loves the way that George Jefferson walks with all that strut and all that pride. But the whole show was really about a lot of black pride.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like that whole thing was just, you know, and mind you see that? Like look at Wheezy. You know what I mean? She's not this beauty queen. You feel what I'm saying? But she was just a regular woman, and he loved her for who she was.
Ride or die.
You know what I'm saying? That
Ride
was a ride or die chick. So like, and that whole situation was just promoted throughout this whole show. But I mean, and mind you, you know, him saying honky like crazy, him like, I mean, they probably wouldn't go that well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Then nowadays, but back then, oh man, it hit heavy. And mind you, like that couple right there has always been goals for me. You know what I mean? Because I mean, but I'm getting married now, so I found my Weezy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I think because we're in a newfound world where things are different and we're smarter, there's more exposure to the world is different. But in these times,
There's no
we knew it was wrong how he was talking. We knew it was wrong how George Jefferson, Archie Bunker was talking. But back then, you had to turn a blind eye to comedy because comedy's different. If I could put another honorable mention there, I would put George Lopez and Carmen in there because, and I watch it. I work from home, I'm privileged to work from home. I watch the George Lopez show every morning, and watching that comedy
Even
and that
yeah.
early 2000 could not happen today.
No.
And I say, like, if you can't make fun of your own race, then who can? But today you can't even make fun of your own race without there being some kind of problem. And George and Wheezy, absolutely, I like that couple for you, and I like the Macho Man for you just as much as well. My number one, and I get us up out here and get our final thoughts of our tops in here. My number one, I mean, arguably in the 90s, this show made me say, as an African-American man from the South Side of Chicago, I want to go to college.
Ooh. Oh,
show,
yeah, I didn't pick it because I figured I was going to pick it.
This show says to me, there is nothing better than that nerd getting that debutante than Dwayne.
I love you, and if you'll have me, I want you to be my wife. What the hell are you doing? Hey, I'm sorry, Byron. I love her.
Die! Just die!
Let him go, man. Will you have me, Dwayne, as your lawfully wedded husband from this day forth to having a whole and richer Papora? Baby, please! Please!
I do!
And my man Ron, like, that's my guy. I'm standing by his side. That's black love at its finest to me.
Fact.
Because black men today act like they can't beg for their woman. He said, baby, please. Baby, please. Don't marry him. And she's like, oh, yes, I'm out. Dwayne and Billy, I recently, literally this year, rewatched all of A Different World. Again, I work from home. I turn the TV on to let the stuff roll in the background. And their relationship and her actually going from him chasing her to her chasing him is just amazing to me. And again, we don't, and I'm going through this list, and I remember looking at this list, and I felt obligated, honestly, to be honest. Like, no matter what, I'm always going to be pro-black. That's just who I am. But honest to love and what love is, because I love love more than anything. I don't care what race, creed, color, sex you are. Love is love. God is love. And I went through that list, and I kept saying, it's a shame there's not that much black representation of love on television. There just isn't. Like, you have George and Wheezy, if you're that older couple, and I have no disrespect towards your list, but, you know, that older couple, you can say,
yeah, no, yeah,
with Heathcliff,
that was my father's show.
Yeah,
you know
with Heathcliff, with Dr. Huxtable and Mrs. Huxtable.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? But I love.
I mean, you know what though?
Chase.
You know what though? I'll give you one thing, because one thing that I didn't mention, I want to give honorable mention to Papoose and Remy Ma.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Although I get offended by that because they're looked at as black love on television. I've been married longer and all that, but I'm not on TV yet.
No,
so.
but I mean, but
I always hate on that. But honestly, you're right.
You know why? Because here's the thing. I mean, it might just be because
you're New York.
It might just be because I'm from New York, right? But the thing is just that, like, in a world where you know, being a BM is glorified, like.
So sad.
You know what I'm saying? Where, like, being a BM is like a financial strategy.
Come up. You come
yeah,
up.
You know, in a world where that is now a financial strategy, just glorifying that kind of love and glorifying the whole situation where, like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna give you a baby because you've been asking for it for a long time. You held me down in prison and da da da. You know what I mean? Like, and he waited for her and did all of this other stuff, and mind you, and they grew their family together. Like, I think that's beautiful. You know what I mean? Especially for the modern day where we have Tinder, we have OkCupid, we have Plenty of Fish, we have this, we have that.
You don't have to even work to get it anymore, Vic.
Exactly. You don't.
I had game in my day. Okay, now
we have to get phone numbers. You know what I'm saying? It was about collecting phone numbers, not, you know, let me get your IG.
I had a black boy with stars next to it.
You
know who was who. Okay, again, man, I love this list. He said come up with a top 5. I came up with top 5 because I think these shows that we've all named, including our honorable mentions, without these shows, we wouldn't have TV still. Like, these shows are actually the backbone of TV is love. Because let's be real, when it comes to music, television, art, and anything, I know we can't say his name, but he had a partner on the album called Jay-Z and had a song called The Power of the PU. I see you. And as long as there's women in this world, we're going to love them. and these are some of the greatest love stories of all time. One more time before we get out of here.
I love you, and if you'll have me, I want you to be my wife. What the hell are you doing? Hey, I'm sorry, Byron. I love her.
Die! Just die!
Let him go, man. Will you have me, Dwayne, as your lawfully wedded husband from this day forth to having a whole and richer Papora? Baby, please! Please.
I do.
You can't say no more than that. I'm y'all. Listen, I'm Mike Knox. That's Captain Shakespeare. We can follow her NXT on Tuesday nights all over her TikTok. I mean, not TikTok and her gaming page. Make sure you follow her. She'll be playing Day is Light or some of them crazy games she'll be playing. And Victor Moan Jr. You can find him here every Thursday night, every Tuesday night on Unpopular Review. And I'm everywhere on this damn channel because, frankly, we need more of y'all. So if you want to do some TV, radio, editing, whatever it is, come holler at your boys. We got you, okay? You want some interns? We got you too. We out of here, y'all. Have a nice night, y'all.
Good night.
Peace.